Group of seniors who are swapping retirement for self-employment. Welcome to my space. Nice of you to come dressed for it. Bernadette Taylor and Harbinder Sodhi are, like me, working hard on new and exciting projects, despite being of an age when most people are winding down from work. So you started what? Was that 71?
Yeah.
And then you finished?
I graduated last September. Yeah.
After retiring from her job as a nursing assistant, rather than putting her feet up, Bernadette embarked on a degree in fashion design and subsequently set up a business teaching sewing to small groups. What did you get out of doing this, personally?
From the degree, I definitely got the confidence to go and do something else. And I'm not one to sit at home and just not do anything.
It's amazing, isn't it? You were caring as a nurse, and now you're caring as a teacher.
Yeah.
Amazing how it follows. At 72, Harbinder has just launched her own brand of chutneys.
It was just by accident that I started making these because my son said he needed something spicy. And then from there, I never stopped experimenting and getting it just right.
So you were learning as you were going along?
I was absolutely learning.
Harbinder makes everything herself at home and sells direct to customers online.
There are times when I thought to myself, why are you doing this? You're retired. Why aren't you just relaxing? And I thought, no, this is a challenge. I need to find out. It was like reinventing myself from what I was doing.
Brilliant. Is that a good message,
Absolutely.
Bernadette?
That's a brilliant message because you are never too old. And whatever you do gives you confidence to move to the next step.
Meeting Bernadette and Harbinder and finding out they're just as driven as I am, I can now totally see why they are more over 70s entrepreneurs than ever. But for over 80s, the numbers are even more impressive. Here, self-employment has risen by a whopping 88%.
That's 24-karat gold.
After retiring from her job as a marketing manager, 84-year-old Alice Portnoy took a jewelry design course and now sells her own pieces.
I love it. You know, it's a creative outlet for me, and it's really exciting for me when people buy my things. My grandson helped me to build a website, and I put things on the website. I did my own Instagram, and mostly I'm doing craft fairs where I've set up my table with my things.
Alice has some words of advice for anyone who fancies setting up their own business.
Start very small and just keep going, keep going. I hope that I can continue to do this forever.
With the cost of living being on the rise, the decision by some people to work longer isn't driven by passion alone. Stuart Lewis is the founder of Rest Less, a digital community for people in their 50s, 60s and beyond.
We've actually seen a real rise in the number of self-employed individuals in their 70s and 80s, where if they've amassed a lifetime of skills over the last 4, 5, 6 decades, they've got a really strong network around them. They can make things happen, and they can make business happen, they can make hobbies happen.
How much of it is necessity, and how much of it is a hobby?
It's a great question. You do see many of our members come up against being told they're overqualified. It's one of the most common forms of age discrimination we see. And that is part of the reason we're seeing an increase in self-employment in later life. Some of them feel forced into it because if I can't find a job, if no one's going to give me the chance, I back myself to do something.
So, because all of us older people, have gone through the University of Life, we've got all these wonderful experiences.
Yes.
Does that make us better entrepreneurs?
If you think about the skills and experience that make a successful entrepreneur, it's around having network, it's around being able to think laterally, it's around thinking creatively and structuring new problems. These are things that lead itself very well to people who've built those skills in different functions and different career paths over the last 3 or 4 decades. So there's a real strength to the life experience that people can bring to bear in this
Sure.
age.
Love that. So your message, if there's one message you want to give out to people of a certain age, that's 60s plus, what would it be?
Look forward. There is so much opportunity, so much adventure ahead. The social narrative can be quite ageist. Change that on its head and actually think forward.
You know, being self-employed is something my generation, the over 70s, are really embracing. And whether you're doing it out of necessity or just a hobby, there's so many benefits that you will get from being involved. From mental, physical, emotional, all those things will give you just a wonderful feeling. So why don't you try it? Say yeah.